Alright, so I know it's been a little while, but we're about 1 week out from the highly anticipated PS4 and Xbox crossplay. So this has been, all the commotion over the past week or so because this kind of came out of nowhere. We, as everybody as the BDO community, were expecting crossplay, but we were expecting more of a catch-up process first. We were expecting, maybe a little bit of more PS4 treatment in terms of catching up to Xbox, and all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, here, you're going on Xbox." So a lot of people have questions, concerns. Some people, were thinking they were going to handle this much worse than what they are, and we were just going to be thrown in the Xbox. Now, so what's actually going on is we are thrown into Xbox's content, and you are going to have the option whether to play on a PS4 only server if you are PS4, or an Xbox only server if you are Xbox. And from my understanding, these will be for every category, like Kelphion, Serendia, Balanos, and so on. And then there will be a crossplay server for each. Now, the crossplay servers will obviously have both Xbox and PS4. They are currently not partnered or cross-played with PC, thank God, because they would slap everybody involved. And Node Wars and Sieges will be crossplay only. Now, I've heard a lot of people say stuff like, "Oh, I'm an Xbox player and we're going to form a gate at the wall of Comisilv to prevent PS4 players from getting past this." And, like, to be honest, though, most of the people I've seen say this are only like 520 gear score. You don't really have much to worry about. And number two, most of them haven't realized that most people exploring Comisilv are going to be on PlayStation only servers if they're smart, because then at least you can get in, experience Comisilv, and see all the new content. I also think it's kind of funny that people from Xbox think they're better because they have 7 months previous experience and they've already been farming Comisilv since PlayStation was released. But so be it. Whatever. Now, in terms of how it's actually going to go down, so names. People were concerned about their names, and there was a lot of speculation and a lot of outrage. And some people were like, "Oh, whoever has the most playtime on that character is going to get their name," which would give Xbox the advantage. And some people were like, "Oh, well, what they originally said was names were going to be, if there's two same names, they're going to add a prefix or a suffix. And they were going to give it a name change coupon, and whoever entered it first was going to take it," which was fair. I think it's silly, but it was fair. And now they've recently released patch notes to say whoever logged in first corresponding to their server time and up time as far as the game goes gets the name. So let me reword that for better understanding. Let's say Xbox released March 4th or something like that, and PS4 released August 21st. So let's say I created my witch a minute and a half after servers came up for the first time on PlayStation 4. And somebody else that has my witch's name on Xbox created theirs for the first time 5 minutes after Xbox came up for the very first time. I would then be allowed to keep my name and they would be forced to change because I created mine first in correspondence to when the servers came up. Now, the reason they chose this is because a lot of people were very outraged and very upset that they paid $100 or whatever they paid to have early access to have their names and secure their names in a brand new MMO to console. And in a game like this, where an MMO, names are very important to people. And by this point on either platform, people have built a reputation with their names. Now, could I think they've done this better? Yes, they could have done what other games do and just put an Xbox or a PSN symbol next to their name and called it a day. They chose not to go that route, so now it's, whoever created it the fastest, essentially. Guild names. Guild names are up in the air. They might do the same thing what they're doing with character names. Originally, they said if there's two guilds the same name, they will be forced to log in, and whoever submits the ticket first gets it. There's still no clarification as far as that goes, but we will see. Now, Xbox got Asia servers as well, completed with languages such as Korean, Japanese, and traditional simplified Chinese. They will announce more details on that going on. Now, Node Wars and Siege. Node Wars and Siege will only be on crossplay servers, which obviously Xbox has a great advantage. That's something that we can't get around, but it's also something you can't hold you down, because there are guilds on PlayStation 4 that will smack up a lot of Xbox guilds, or most of them. We got some pretty strong guilds. We got some, and I'd say probably our top 5 guilds could very easily compete with guilds in their top 25 or so. But of course, their number 1 or number 2 guilds are going to be stronger than our number 1 or number 2 guilds, because they have all the hardcore players, and the hardcore players have had 7 more months to gear up. It is just what it is. However, with that being said, PlayStation players can now join Xbox guilds, and vice versa. Xbox players can now join PlayStation guilds. So that's something to look forward to. You're going to see a lot more alliances and everything pop up. You're going to see a lot more interesting thing. You're going to see a lot of new faces pop into a lot of guilds that weren't there before. And I think it's going to be overall pretty good. Arsha, also they said Arsha's going to be strictly crossplay, which, that's the only logical sense. It's PvP. Let's let everybody PvP each other. Central Market. So the Central Market will merge both Central Markets. However, what they're going to do with that is they're actually going to take the highest priced items on each platform and merge them together. So let's say, Boss Gear is cheaper on Xbox than PlayStation. They'll have PlayStation prices. But let's say costumes are more expensive on Xbox than PlayStation, then they'll have Xbox prices. And that's kind of to simplify everything. Hope that's easily understandable. There's not really much more to say about that. It's going to benefit the PlayStation player some ways. It's going to benefit the Xbox player some ways. And if you're somebody that's been grinding a lot and sitting on a lot of silver, I personally suggest you getting with some Xbox players and maybe giving them some information and helping each other find ways to make a lot of money when this merge happens. Because there's going to be a lot of people that have been sitting on billions of silvers that make double or triple their money just off of flips. So that's as far as that. We will now be actually on Xbox's content, so we're going to be slammed with content. It's going to be both a really great and overwhelming thing. I'll make another video here in a bit explaining how I'm personally going to handle the situation and how my group and guild are going to handle the situations. And if you choose to take any of them ideas and make them their own or whatever you do, you're more than welcome to. But I figured I'd try to explain my approach to it, being a new PS4 player and never experiencing Commissile before, and hopefully you guys can relate to it as well. As far as transferring between platforms, okay, so let's say you have an Xbox account. You will not be able to play on your Xbox account on your PlayStation, and you will not be able to play your PlayStation on the Xbox. Hope this clarifies anything. Some games allow you to do that, but Pearl Abyss is currently not allowing that, and so just to clarify anything like that. The patch size for any of you, expecting a long patch, it's only going to be 3 to 4 gigabytes. Even with slow internet, that should only be an hour or so, and you should be ready to be back up by time servers come up. Now, as far as anything else goes, I hope I kind of covered any information that you may have had, any questions, any confusion. As far as how to prepare yourself for Commissile, not including crossplay, stuff to look out for, and other stuff like that. I will make another video to go over all those specifics. I feel like it doesn't belong in the actual crossplay video. However, I do have to say, when servers come up on March 4th, me and my 5-man party will be running Commissile Questline. So for any of you PlayStation players that aren't really sure of what to do, maybe you don't have a 5-man party, maybe you want to do the quest line right off the rip too, like we're going to get your, your free earrings and 61 or whatever reason you're doing it, I will be live streaming the quest line. So you'll be able to watch, watch the stream, follow along with us. That way, if you have any confusion or you don't understand something, or maybe you're at work and you want to get some insides on, what to do when you get off work, be sure to tune in my stream. Like, my stream will be in the description, as well as, obviously my Twitch also pops up various times throughout the video. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what your thoughts on the crossplay is. I know some people are super excited. I know some people are feeling a little discouraged. I'm hoping these next few videos I put out can really help people come to a better understanding on some of the approaches people have taken, like people meaning Pearl Abyss, in ways to prepare yourself for it, whether you have an advantage or a disadvantage. There's still some preparation that needs to be done. So, once again, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for all the love and support lately. As far as the subscriptions, the comments, the likes, I appreciate every single one of you. And tune in to the next video, because I'll cover all the specifics. Thank you.